So it begins finishing the plastering. We've pretty much got half of it done, as you can see. That side's done, that's not, that is, that's not, that isn't, that is. So half the room's done and it took us 1 day, but now there's only one of us instead of two. So to finish it, I'm gonna space it across 2 days. I'm not gonna try and go a bit silly and get all of it on the wall straight away. But as I said in the previous video, I'm now doing it by myself. So I've got some of my stuff down there. I'm gonna go and get the buckets. I'm gonna mix up by myself. Do I know what the consistency of the plaster needs to be? Do I fuck? I've got a rough idea. So I'm going to try and make some slop, throw it on the walls and pray it sticks and doesn't look a mess. But we'll see. And that is that done. So there's a few little ninkets in there, whatever ninkets means. Oh yeah, there's a few little, let's focus you in. I'm speaking relatively quiet because Jess is asleep as well. But yeah, there's a few marks, should we say, but I can easily feel that. And I know a professional would be like, why would you easily feel if you just plastered it? But I'm not a professional, but I'm very, very happy with the outcome. And that also is very nice. There's a few tinks and stuff I need to perhaps clear up with easy fill, but we'll see. We'll wait till it dries. We've got a few marks down here, not a problem. Skateboard's going over it. So all in all, I'm quite pleased because I've learned from what Grant taught me, and I've also learned from a few of my mistakes today. So when I come to do that tomorrow, I'm going to put it on thicker and hopefully make it a lot better. It's the last day of plastering. I am so fucking happy. Mainly because, look at this shit tip. Now this is done, then we can look at the cladding after. Hopefully, that means I can start to clear up some of this mess. Because to be fair, if I can clear this up, I can actually buy some IKEA units and actually put them up, because they take about an hour to build each time. So I can actually be doing jobs at night time that don't need doing, and then when I get in there, I can just throw it all in and it'll be done. But I'm dilly-dallying. Let's go make some plaster. And it's just dawned on me, it's ceiling time. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Bastard. Right, because I put that on too thin yesterday and I've learned from a mistake. I was like, make it nice and thick. It's easier to throw it away than to halfway through go, I need more. So I've made a bigger batch today. Never questioned how much plaster I've got spare. So I've made it and it's a little more gloopier than I like. So I've quickly just phoned up Grant. I was like, what should I do? Should I leave it? Will it set a bit more then throw it on? Should I get a bag? But that's going to cost me 20 minutes and I come back, that could be all fucked. So he says just throw it on and see how bad it is. If it falls off the wall, yeah, it's too gloopy. So hopefully it's going to be good enough. But that means I've got to use a gloopy mix on a fucking ceiling. I'm going to be covered. I ain't got much room to work. Yeah, it's too fucking gloopy. That's way too gloopy. Shit. Oh, I am fucked. Right, I've been to B&Q very quickly. I got back, we mixed up some slop. It's nice and thick now. It might be a bit too thick, but I ain't bothered. What's going on now? We've gone through too much, kids. Let's try and get this on the fucking wall. In fact, I'm gonna do the nice bit first, instead of breaking my walls. Chuck it on in a nice corner. Better. There we go. It's becoming harder because I don't know if it was already on the wall. I'm picking up bits of grip, which is causing me no end. And I think this has dried off a little bit too much from my trip to B&Q, so it's very hard to work. But we are always learning. Oh, am I done yet? Right, we've got the first set on the ceiling. That wall's done. Oh shit. Oh, we're not done. So let's try again. We're all done. I missed that bit. Anyway, this has got quite hard to work. But I've realised some of this is right shit. I'm fine putting it on, I'm fine smoothing it, but making it meet and making it meet nice is definitely something I've got to work on. But I'm not bothered because I can easily chip bits off, sand it back, easy fill it. So I just want the walls done and I can worry about the actual corner bits later. And I've just become quite pleased with myself. Some of these edges, as I said, was shit. And I was just looking at it, I was like, maybe I should just get a wet paintbrush and just run it down. And it's made the edges a lot better. Now, they're not plaster professional, but if you can see down here, nor are the ones in here originally. They're all wonky and over the place. I think mine are going to be probably a tap more wonkier, but I think I've just invented a tip. It probably is a legit tip, or some proper plaster is like, you should never do that because the roof will fall down now. Yeah, I'm happier with it now, which is good. And it didn't fall off the walls. It's another day and the plaster is still on the walls, which is good. So yeah, all is sound. It's starting to dry off now. Everything's looking closer to being done. I'm leaving the windows open to try and encourage this to dry out, but I'm probably going to leave it a good week yet until I chuck some paint on it. So that means it's time for cladding. Now we've been out today and got some cladding. I haven't got it all because Jess and Joe was both in the car, so I just thought I'd get enough to start me off. So I think what the first task is putting some more timbers in here just to stop them twisting. I'm going to put them about 70 centimeters high, roughly where the actual desk is, because I don't want any legs on the desk. So if I can put timbers around about the same place, I can screw into it and keep the actual table from rocking. At the same time, I've been to IKEA and got myself a light, well, two lights actually, but I've just put one up to test, and I'm happy with this because it's a nice soft glow, as you can see, and that's good because obviously when I'm sat up here programming at night time, I just want an ambient light kind of thing. And with these lights above me, there's three, and currently when I'm using the shitty bulbs that I've got in there now, it doesn't bang out much light. When I'm in this room, when I've been putting these lights on, it's still not enough to actually check if there's any marks in the plaster and stuff like that, so it's been a pain using these lights. But anyway, so in my head I was like, it might not be very bright in here. But obviously I've got energy efficient LED bulbs, because the GU10 fittings, I thought, well, I'll try them downstairs and see what they're like, and I put one downstairs and it was just like, woo. So yes, this room's going to be very bright when they're on, so I'm glad to actually have a softer lighting when I turn these off. But yeah, I think that's all I'm going to get done is just a couple of these in. It's 4 o'clock already. I've only just started because we had to go out and just went to sleep, so I'm a bit behind today. So just want to get this prepped and ready. Also, I need to get some cabling hid behind it, so that's why I brought these today, because sadly I've got to destroy this lovely cable and cut it so I can actually thread it through around the back, and instead of turning it on and off with a switch, I plan to be turning it off and on at the wall with my own actual sockets. So yes, wiring and getting all this in. Feel like I am progressing. So you probably expected to carry on watching that go all the way to the top, but I've had to have a stop because I put the monitors on. I've only put 2 massive screws in there, got 1 more to put in, but they are sturdy as shit. But I wanted to actually sit down and get a good feel for eye level and stuff like that. Now this seat sits lower, so when I'm sat in the correct one, you're supposed to have monitors apparently 3/4 up at eye height and also at arm's length. Now this desk isn't the final desk, I'm gonna have a slightly shorter one, so I'll be sitting a bit closer, which will be perfect for the eyes and ratio of everything. So I'm happy with that. Now we are working out where these are going, because we've got to wire them up now and not later. As you can see, I've cut the wires and they're sat there ready to go, so I need to like make a hole, screw that on and get the cable pulled through now before I actually end up finishing it off. So I'm just sat here, keep rearranging the lights, looking at it, and I want to make sure it's at a height where it's just at eye level, so if it's any higher I'll catch the bulb and then I'll be like, oh Jesus Christ, I'm blind. So I'm just trying to work out that perfect happy medium where everything actually connects. And I'm happy my plans worked out. There they are. I put them on the top where everything should be, and it's all worked out very nice, apart from monitors need a clean. And then just behind them is the nice cable run for the cables to disappear and pop up down below. So the first one's screwed in, looking nice, and the cable disappears behind the wall and pops up there, still yet to wire it up. But before I go any further, I'm going to tackle actually wiring up a socket, because they're on plugs. So I'm going to put the plugs into there and then that to a light switch on there, and then click, and it should turn them all on. But either way, I want them wired up, make sure they're working before I put the wood up and make them disappear forever and then go, oh crap, I never wired it up correctly. I've temporarily wired them up until I actually knock an hole in the wall, but boop! I'm very happy with them. Mainly because they cast like a very nice ambient light, but the best thing is, I'm so used to having light reflect, and as you can see there, just from the daylight coming off the monitor screen. So at night time it's going to be so nice that these monitors come out further than the actual bulbs, so I don't get reflection cast on the screens. But yeah, very happy with them. And that's your lot. And I'm absolutely bollocks now. So we've got all that done, cabling's done. I'm going to leave this vlog here because the next bit is to easy fill a bit of this, get rid of a couple of the cock-ups that I did while plastering, get that painted and stained, get that painted, and then we've got the floor, the skirting, taking all the plug sockets out and wiring them all up correctly and putting everything in place, and then we should be pretty much done. Don't sound much, does it? Fucking hell. But we're one step closer. So as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. Can't speak, I've gone to shit, it's all gone to pot, I'm done. I'm gonna go and edit this and have a cup of tea. See you later, bye.